celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life with Sterling Fox on AM 650.
In studio, the sleep solution experts Dave Temlett and Terry Harder with us today on Boomer Life. They are from Innovative Sleep Solutions in South Surrey, down there at 3033 King George Boulevard. Used to be a highway, now it's a boulevard. And that's right across the road from the South Surrey Auto Mall. Dave and Terry, just before the break, guys, you were talking about good questions for those of us who are consumers and shopping for sleep products to ask. And Terry, you got us onto the foams, because not all foams are equal, and that's become quite obvious in our discussions with you. What other good questions can we ask when we're out shopping, kicking the tires, so to speak, for sleep products?
Well, density of foams, Sterling, it's important. They range from a 1.2 pound to 1.8 pound. So ask about the densities of the foams that are in the bed, and do they use high resiliency foams? And a lot of manufacturers don't use that in their layering. Admittedly, they're trying to deliver a little. Certain retailers are always looking to dress their beds up as 9s, but provide a 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, find out. And quite often you'll get a lot of tap dancing. You won't get direct answers.
Okay.
Or they don't know the answer. Well, we again try and pick beds that use high resiliency foams. Particularly a very good manufacturer of that is Restonic. Not always the most recognizable brand in the market, but they actually make a very good quality bed. They use high resiliency foams. They put a very high density foam in the mattress. All things that add more resiliency, so there's less compressing and compacting of the mattress over the life of the bed.
Okay.
And that shows significant benefits in comfort and longevity.
Okay, so we're looking, when it comes to foams, we're looking about density now, and we're also looking about Certi-Pure versus, well, not so pure, right?
Right.
Dave, because you know this, because I've been in the store bouncing on those beds, checking them all out. You know, I'm rather partial to a firm mattress,
right.
And my wife isn't. She prefers a sort of medium. Is mattress firmness or lack thereof, beyond being a personal preference thing, are there any health or sleep implications there, or is it strictly just a personal preference?
Well, a lot of it has to do with personal preference, but so many people are excuse me, so many people are confused when it comes to getting a mattress, thinking that it has to be a hard bed, it has to be firm to be supportive,
right?
And that's not the case at all. The firmness is really comfort. The support is a whole different issue, because the support is going to contour your body. It's going to take pressure from pressure point areas. So especially if you're a side sleeper, you sleep on your side, you're going to have a lot of increased pressure on your shoulders and your hips. So you want to get something that's got enough comfort that's going to absorb pressure from the pressure point areas.
So whether it's firm or medium or soft is irrelevant when it comes to support, because all three of those mattresses offer support.
Correct.
The other is just a comfort thing.
That's exactly it.
So how do I ask those questions? How do I turn that into a good question when I'm shopping?
Well, it's not just even a good question. It's just when you're laying on the bed, start out lying flat on your back, and then put your hand under the middle of your back. And if you feel a gap in there, then the chances are that mattress is probably going to be a little bit too firm for you. You want to get something that's going to cradle you, contour your shoulders and your hips.
Okay.
But a great way to ask your salesperson is, I've got back issues, I've got shoulder pain, my arm falls asleep. What would be a good support? Well, they need to qualify and understand how you sleep. Do you sleep on your back? Do you sleep on your stomach? Do you sleep on your side? Do you sleep on any combination of those? And then basically walk you through the product line, try to get an idea realistically as to what the consumer is comfortable spending, and giving them an option of what's good, better, and best.
I can tell you from personal experience. I've been in department stores and other venues looking at sleep products, and the one question that actually just resonated that you mentioned just a moment ago that I have been asked is, well, how much did you have in mind to spend That question is right front and center every time. But to be honest, I've never been asked any other questions, especially about my sleep habits. You're saying you ask people, do you sleep on your back? Do you sleep on your side? Do you sleep on... I've never been asked that by a person trying to sell me a mattress. Why wouldn't they want to ask me that? Why not personalize the conversation, show a little interest and attention to detail, and maybe make a sale?
Well, unfortunately, there are a lot of companies out there will hire a salesperson. So they're hiring somebody to be on the floor trying to sell a product to a customer. They have no idea in many cases as to what is the appropriate product to show a customer.
Right.
Because they're just trying to get the customer to lay down. Do you like this one? Do you like this one? Do you like this one? Well, no. You need to find out as much information from the customer. You're basically uncovering all of their needs. You're trying to find out as much as you can. Within reason, of course, that can better prepare you as a salesperson to find a proper solution, which, again, is part of our name for that very purpose. You're trying to find them a solution that's going to fulfill those needs for the consumer, so they're going to be satisfied and sleep better.
Right. Now, Terry, you pointed out, and this goes back a few weeks, the last time you and Dave joined us here on Boomer Life, you were talking about some people who had been in shopping in the store, and you had gone through this exhaustive question and answer thing to try and assess their needs and get a good idea of what their requirements are. And you sold this couple. It was a CertaPure or organic latex mattress, but it wasn't the top of the line. It was the one that was most appropriate for them. And I remember you telling us this a month ago. You said these people, wasn't it money issue? They could have afforded any mattress in the store. And we didn't sell them the most expensive one. We sold them the one that best suited their requirements. And it may have cost you a few $100s, but they're going to be happy customers, and that word is going to spread. So that'll come back to you. Yeah.
They did refer their son and their daughter-in-law to come in.
Already, huh?
And another good question you'd ask about the foams is to ask about breathability, because one of the things that affects the quality of our sleep is being hot, going through a continued period of going through a hot and a cold cycle.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when you mention this to them, they say, this happened to me last night, because it happens to everybody, especially on spring beds. I kicked the covers off my feet, so I woke up. Then after a while, I got cold, so I woke up to warm myself up.
Right.
Then I got hot, so after a while, I woke up because I needed to get cool.
And I was all sweaty.
All night long.
Yeah.
And then between the pressure points and the fact that they went through continued cycles of being hot and cold, they never got any restorative sleep. If you mention that story to people, 8 out of 10 people can relate to
Absolutely.
that.
I'm sitting here going, gosh, that sounds like me 2 nights ago.
Has a huge impact. Well, there are beds that can address that.
Is that right?
There really is.
And what kind would they be, Terry?
Well, one of them, again, is latex, specifically organic latex, certified organic latex, 100% cotton, certified organic cotton tick. Very breathable. Very, very breathable. Doesn't trap the heat into the cover. And then obviously underneath that, 4 pounds of wool, and a lot of places will mention it's got some wool, 5% wool. It's just a story. Well, this isn't a story. In our certified organic latex mattress from Rennell, 4 pounds of pure virgin wool. Major temperature regulating benefit.
Right.
Really allows for you to either warm you up when you need to be hot, cool you down when you need to be cool. Also offers the lanolin benefit within the wool, which offers further health benefits for us. They use lanolin in things like skin creams and other things.
Sure.
There's a reason why it's a very healthy product.
So fabrics aren't always just necessarily for decoration. They're vital to the package, Dave, I guess is what I'm saying. A great mattress is composed of a number of ingredients, not the least of which is the fabric on top.
That's right. Certified organic latex is one thing, but having a organic wool, or sorry, I should say an organic cotton cover is also great for breathability. It's very, very healthy. Dust mites don't live in them, and the breathability factor is great on them.
Okay, so again, I'm making notes, because we've got all these excellent categories and questions to ask as we, and I think more than anything else, as we arm ourselves with better questions to take to our shopping trips when we start looking for sleep products. I'm also beginning to learn from you two that maybe it's a combination of questions. It's a combination of the good questions we bring to the table to ask of the sales representative, and also the questions we think they should be asking of us. For example, what are your sleep habits? Do you sleep alone? Are there two of you? What are your requirements? And if they're not asking anything other than, how much did you have in mind to spend, then chances are, as you said earlier, we're not in the right store. Interesting stuff. The right store is Innovative Sleep Solutions. The address is 3033 King George Boulevard in South Surrey, White Rock, right across the King George from the South Surrey Auto Mall. The sleep solution experts are Dave Temlett and Terry Harder with us today on Boomer Life here on AM 650. Time for a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Canada's only weekly radio show dedicated to the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on AM 650.